Shelley Diamond. Dr. House is ready to see them.
The little ones are licking each other again, and Harry's got a seeping wart on his extra toe. What room should we go to?
You know what? I think I might be coming down with something. I hate to give it to you guys. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Just walk out like I'm not going to do anything.
Bye-bye.
Dr. House.
Time for Girl Scout cookies already.
Get me some Thin Mints.
Since you're too sick to work in the clinic,
Okay.
I thought you could do some teaching. Patient histories.
My specialty.
When you teach, you learn so much, don't you think?
It's all about the giving back. Good old Cuddy, always thinking. She assigned you a patient to interview? Mm-hmm. Then why are you still here?
A 17-year-old female presents with abrasions and apparent trauma injury to her wrist.
Dr. House?
Continue.
You're reading a comic book.
And you're calling attention to your bosom by wearing a low-cut top. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were having a state the obvious contest. I'm competitive by nature.
I thought you were supposed to be listening to our patient histories.
Nope, I'm supposed to be teaching you. If I can do that without listening, more power to me.
17-year-old
This guy's
female.
supposed to have universal power over all gravity. How come his hair won't stay down? That's just stupid.
She fell off her horse while riding in the county fair.
No, she didn't. She fell off the steps of her beach house. You must have gone to the wrong room.
Hard to believe that one patient could slip past Cuddy and get herself admitted with a sprained wrist. Two seems almost impossible. What room?
Room 2106.
Patients lie, but usually only one lie at a time. How much does she weigh?
It's her wrist, not her wrist.
Poundage, ladies. And by the by, what color is her nose?
She's thin.
Flesh tone?
What does this have to do with her wrist?
Almost nothing. She's either under 90 pounds or she has a red nose. I gotta go.
What's wrong with her?
That will be telling.
Oh, I am just too nice. It starts with C.
Cocky-Ricci disease.
Do you even know what that is, or are you just guessing everything that starts with C?
The kidney problems could result in weight loss.
C-A-C. Jeez, she's going alphabetically.
Doctor, why are you wearing that bird pin?
Sets off my eyes. Hi, Jody. I'm Dr. House. What brings you to the hospital?
My wrist.
How did that happen?
I was riding the Ferris wheel and this huge seagull flew right at me.
How horrifying.
I swung my arm at the bird, but I hit the Ferris wheel.
She's making it all up?
No, her wrist really does hurt.
I'm not lying.
Of course you are. You have no idea what happened. You have no memory. Korsakoff syndrome. Her brain is damaged by excessive drinking or insufficient diet, pretty obviously the latter. She has no new memories, no new ideas, can't even process that idea. So her brain fills the gaps as best it can using visual clues. The horse on your shirt led her to the riding accident, and the surf scene on your clipboard led her to the beach.
Korsakoff doesn't start with a C.
I didn't say C. Or did I? Lesson to be learned. Treat everybody as if they have Korsakoffs. We all lie anyway. Give her thiamine right away. She'll bounce back pretty quickly. And then get her to eat some cake and ice cream. Yes?
Did you need to be so cruel? I think she's crying.
Hi, Jody. I'm Dr. House. What happened to your wrist?
There was this weird old guy. He had a cane.
See? It's like it never happened. Perfect forgiveness.
3 guys walk into a clinic. Their legs hurt. What's wrong with them? I'm not gonna like you, am I?
The most likely cause of leg pain is muscle strain. Apply heat and rest affected areas.
Statistically, you're right. Very good.
My experience, over half of leg pain is musculoskeletal, generally from excessive exercise. 12% is varicose veins brought on by pregnancy, and most of the rest is the result of vehicular accidents. I said 3 people. That's 6 legs. So you've got 3 hurt jogging, 2 in collisions, and 1 of the legs is pregnant.
What were they doing when pain presented?
I have no idea.
You didn't ask? You didn't take a history?
Of course. But all that told us was what they said happened. Person A, farmer, says he was fixing a fence. Tightness in the ankle, loss of muscle control. Person B, volleyball practice. Coach figured it was a pulled muscle. And C, we got Carmen Electra golfing.
Whoa, you treated the Baywatch chick?
The Baywatch thespian. And no, I gotta disguise the identity of each of the patients. I got tired of using the middle-aged man. Carmen seemed like a pleasant alternative. Also, she's apparently quite the golfer. In less than 2 hours, one of these 3 will be tossed out of the hospital because they were faking it to score narcotics, and 1 will be very close to death. Any guesses on which is which? Okay, I say we start with the farmer. Did you hike to the fence, and how far?
Yes, it's about a half a mile from my farmhouse.
And where is the pain localized?
It started just above my ankle and it's radiating up.
So, what should we do first?
Family history?
Indicative of leg pain, that's a very short list. Any history of bone cancer, osteogenesis imperfecta, or multiple myeloma?
Could be a blood issue. We should run a CBC and a D-dimer.
And get an MRI.
MRI or a PET scan?
If the problem's vascular, he's better off.
Sorry, thanks for playing. Patient's dead. You killed him.
We had no time to run any tests. There was nothing we could do.
You had time to look at the leg.
I thought we were starting with the farmer's case first.
We are. But if we're gonna look at a leg, I need you to take off your pants. Puncture.
Snake bite.
That would be my guess.
Farmer didn't know he'd been bitten by a snake.
That's what he said. Sudden shooting pain, tall grass, never saw a thing.
What kind of snake?
You want me to tell you what kind of snake it was from the shape of the hole in the leg?
Well, how are we supposed to know what kind of antivenom to use if we don't know what kind of snake it is?
Oh, there are people to find those things out.
Shouldn't we wait for the Humane Society or something? That might only have a couple of hours.
And while we wait for the Humane Society to show up, let's say we check in on the volleyball player.
You have tendinitis. How old is this person? I mean, it's not really a 40-year-old man on the girls' volleyball team, right?
It's a leg. Leg is a leg is a leg.
Well, I was just worried that...
Did you worry about her more if she was younger?
Well, obviously, we should care about all our patients, no matter what age, what...
Yeah, right. I saw the way you were looking at Carmen. She's mine. Stay away. Would you operate on your mother?
Of course not. I'd be too nervous. Couldn't be objective.
Then why are you so anxious to treat every patient like their family? The actual patient is 16. Here's what happens when doctors care too much.
I need to know everything about you.
I went back 3 generations. No history of cancer, Parkinson's, or any other degenerative condition. But there's this boy at school, and he's on the boys' volleyball team, and they made out at a party, and now he won't call her back. And this friend of hers at school said this boy didn't like her and never did.
You got all this from an examination of the knee?
I think she's depressed.
She doesn't have tendonitis.
She has tendinitis.
She's depressed about having tendonitis.
She's depressed for the same reason that she has tendinitis.
Not the boy.
No, the boy's a jerk. She knows that, and yet she's depressed. I found a nodule.
Ah. Problems with the thyroid gland causes depressed mental state, can cause inflammation of the tendons.
I'll run the tests.
So because she took such an extreme interest, she found out that the person had a thyroid condition.
No, because she took such an interest, she discovered a tiny nodule, which in reality signified nothing, but gave us no choice but to put a person with tendinitis through an expensive and painful test. Here's how a well-adjusted doctor handles a case.
Can I put my pants back on now?
I'd rather you didn't.
Which Carmen Electra is this?
First one, the golfer.
Then why isn't she wearing pants?
You have decreased reflexes in your patellar tendon. Anyone?
Slip disc?
Could be. How bad does it hurt?
It hurts really, really bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem real. Is she the one faking?
Oh, for God's sake, she's here to play into my fantasy, not because she's Meryl Streep. Fine.
The hell is wrong with me? Do something!
Too much pain to be a slip disc. Could be herniated and impinging the nerve root.
Or it could be referred pain from his groin.
Sir, are you getting pain?
He's curling, it's not the back.
Sir, where are you getting pain?
Help me!
He's not going to tell us anything if we don't get him out of pain. Give him 50 milligrams of Demerol.
We have no history. He could be allergic.
What do I do?
We can't diagnose him while he screams.
Better than killing him with painkillers. That.
Apparently, he's not allergic.
Thank you. I feel a lot better now.
We screwed up.
No, you did exactly what his attending did.
And that was the proper way to handle the case?
Yeah.
The guy used him as a dealer.
You're going to see a lot of drug-seeking behavior in your practice. And there's a reason it works.
Start heparin, 500 cc's IV push.
He won't last long enough for it to work. We've got to intubate him, stat.
We can't. It's DNR.
What? Someone likes music.
Oh, yeah.
His sats are in the 70s. How long's he been like
10
this?
minutes.
Well, why aren't you doing
The
something?
IVIG put him in respiratory failure.
You put him on the IVIG?
We did this.
So undo it. Chase?
It's too late. We killed him.
Nobody killed him. He's not dead. Chase intubated.
He's DNR. What are you doing? You can't do this. Bag. You can't do this. Bag.
He had a bad reaction to some medicine we gave him.
What did you just do? He saved his life.
He's stable on the ventilator, oxygenating well.
The IVIG made him worse, which means multifocal motor neuropathy was a bad diagnosis. Okay, what's really wrong with him?
What's wrong with you?
Everyone knows what's wrong with me. What's wrong with him is much more interesting.
You tubed him and he didn't want to be tubed. He has a legal paper saying just that.
To intubate or not to intubate? That is the big ethical question. Actually, I was hoping we could avoid it, maybe just practice some medicine.
There's no question. It's the patient's decision.
If the patient is competent to make it, if his thyroid numbers aren't making him sad.
Oh, my God, you don't believe that.
His thyroid levels were a little...
It's nothing. Do not defend him.
Why did he sign that DNR?
I didn't talk him into...
He signed the DNR because he didn't want a slow, painful death from ALS. What was happening to him had nothing to do with his ALS.
Right, exactly. It's the IVIG. You screwed up. You're not gonna let him die because you screwed up.
Technically, your case You screwed up. Is that what this is about? Looking bad in front of your old boss?
You assaulted that man.
Fine, I'll never do it again.
Yes, you will.
All the more reason this debate is pointless.
You remember last year's lectures, don't you?
I remember the cigar bar afterwards.
The only reason to attend the thing, cigars and pool. You enjoy working with Dr. House?
Not the word I'd use.
We work too hard not to enjoy ourselves, right? You seeing anybody?
Kinda, sorta.
Serious?
I don't know, could be.
You think she'd enjoy LA?
Hamilton offered me a job.
You gonna take it?
I haven't decided.
You already have the most prestigious fellowship.
It's a partnership. 3 times the money, car allowance, moving expense, pension plan, the chance to work for a guy who gives a crap what other people think.
So why didn't you just tell him yes?
I made a commitment here.
Right.
House would let you out of it in a heartbeat.
Or he wouldn't, just to jerk me around. Would you guys have taken the job?
Don't need the money.
I'm not like you. I don't hate House.
You guys really don't have a problem with him, with what he did?
He knows we disagree with his choice.
Choice? Chase, it's not apples and oranges. It's right and wrong. And he does it like he doesn't care. He assaults the guy and moves on to the next differential diagnosis like it's nothing.
What do you want from him? More hand-wringing? More torment? You want him to cry himself to sleep at night?
Yeah. Yeah, I want some clue that he knows it's a big deal, that it scares him, that it matters. I don't know, I guess it's just with Dr. Hamilton here, I notice a difference in styles.
His style involves humility. Another difference in our styles. I don't care much for apologies. You can go.
I didn't know you were standing there when I said that, okay? It was completely rude.
Do you mean genuine humility? You know, with all the self-doubt and the self-questioning? Or Hamilton's polite, patronizing, aw shucks humility?
You're both excellent doctors.
Thank you. And humility is an important quality, especially if you're wrong a lot.
You've been wrong every step of the way.
Of course, you're right. Self-doubt doesn't help anybody, does it? I checked him out. He's a great doctor. You think he's better than I am?
It's about your ego.
Answer the question. Not gonna change how I think about myself. Might affect my opinion of you, but that shouldn't affect your opinion of yourself. I'm getting confused. If you think he's a better doctor than I am, then you should take the job. Otherwise, you should get him to buy you 2 or 3 more nostalgic lunches and then politely decline.
It's that simple? I should just ignore the mockery and abuse?
Oh, how do I abuse you?
How do you not? If I make a mistake...
I hold you accountable, so what?
Dr. Hamilton forgives. He's capable of moving on.
That is not what he does.
I screwed up his case. He told me...
He never said you were forgiven. I was there. He said it wasn't your fault.
So?
So it was. You took a chance. You did something great. You were wrong, but it was still great. You should feel great that it was great. You should feel like crap that it was wrong. That's the difference between him and me. He thinks you do your job and what will be will be. I think that what I do and what you do matters. He sleeps better at night. He shouldn't.
Arteriovenous malformation.
Intradural, compressing his spine.
Causing his paralysis.
How could Hamilton have missed an AVM?
Well, we missed it too. Because it wasn't there before.
You're saying it just grew overnight?
No. It was on the spine. It wasn't on the MRI. Same anatomic location.
It's not there.
Well, what is there?
Nothing.
Or something that looks like nothing.
Background noise, static.
Scar tissue? Inflammation?
If it's inflammation, the steroids would have shrunk it down.
Revealing the AVM, which has always been there, hiding behind its own swelling. We removed that, he'll walk again.